Hey guys, coming to you live from the first day of snow in Ontario. I don't know if all of Ontario received snow today, but we definitely got some here where I am. And later today, I'm going to be off to snowy Colorado for the Dream Big retreat. I'd love for you guys to pop it in the comments if I'm going to see you there. So exciting. So guys, before I get into talking about this super big thing that coaches believe that I want to dig into with you, I have to tell you, today is the final day for the monthly marketing strategy, that it's going to be available with the 3 bonuses and for that price. The price is going up at midnight and the bonuses won't be included because I'm all about action and holding you guys accountable. We're 7 days into the month. That's 23% of the month gone. So make sure that you check your email to get that link or go to ashleyshaw.ca/monthly marketing strategy. Okay, on with the show. So guys, the number one thing that most Beachbody coaches believe that will lead them to throwing in the towel is believing that they don't have enough time to get the job done. And this could be the biggest myth in the industry that stops people from ever becoming diamond coaches, from ever achieving 15-star diamond, from ever moving forward in their business. Here's the thing. I get it. It can be hard to really think about, like, how do I have time to grow a business when I'm weaving in between naps and eating and feeding my kids and workouts and all the things. Like, this is not an easy concept for a lot of people to wrap their head around. I was definitely one of those people. So I don't want you to think that it's like it's definitely something I can sympathize with and empathize with for sure. But if this were true, that you really had no time, or someone on your team tells you that they have no time to work the business, how would they have time to brush their teeth? They're making a choice in the morning and the evening, hopefully, to brush their teeth. But if someone really had no time, how could they do that? Same thing goes with eating. If they had no time, they would literally be not eating at all any day, and they would literally not be able to do the daily functions that they perform every day, right? If we don't eat, that obviously leads down a path of not being able to perform at all. The same when it comes to even thinking about social media. Like right now, you guys are all watching this video. So we all have time. It's a matter of how we choose to use it that determines if our business moves forward or if it stays stagnant. And the truth is, every day we all have choices. I always think of this example where people talk about Beyonce. Like, if Beyonce can get it done, anyone can get it done, right? Like, she has tons of things going on. And for sure, there's always that kind of slap back to that. Well, she has people to do it. Well, this is what we're going to talk about, because that is a really big piece of shifting our mindset and getting our heads wrapped around this. So the first thing is, when it comes to this belief that I don't have time, you hear this or you believe it yourself. What happens is, when we think about something and we have a thought and then we choose to believe it, we live it. We live it out. We go through day to day and we make choices based on that fact. It becomes a fact. It becomes truth in our minds that we don't have time. So we don't look for pockets of time during the day. We don't look for opportunities that could be used otherwise. We just believe that we don't have time. So this is a really important distinction to make, because there is fact and there is an opinion or a belief. And what we're choosing to do in this moment is say, I don't have any time. And that is not it's not an encouraging belief. Like, it doesn't make you feel good, right? So I would ask you to think about just this idea of, what do you think would change, even if, I'm not saying your whole life is going to all of a sudden change. Secretly I am. But if the one thing I ask you to do is just change your mindset around it. Just change your mindset around the fact that I create time and I use it as I see fit. What if that was the little shift you made? There's an amazing book called Dollars Flow Easily to Me. And this book is all about mindset. It's about the idea that if we think something is easy, it becomes easy. If we think something is hard, it becomes hard. That might seem super simplistic and like obvious, but like we sometimes just get in that reptile brain of ours and we just make things much harder than they are. So hopefully you guys can maybe start to see that this belief that we have may not be 100% true. And there is maybe another way to think about it. So the way that I want you guys to start thinking, if you're with me, if you agree like, oh, Ashley, you're right. If I continue with this mindset, I'm not going to get to where I want to be. It's not serving me and I need to make a change. If you are with me, then I want to tell you about how you're going to utilize this change to move forward positively in your business. So I definitely used to think that with my time, I had to do it all. And I was working crazy long days. I was like half-assing posting stuff. I was, just really not doing a great job of a lot of things. But I knew, like my entrepreneurial spirit knew that like, as long as you like just try to get it done, that's better than not getting it done. Like as entrepreneurs, you can't be a perfectionist. You just have to let things roll and do the best you can in every moment. And you will eventually get to where you want to be. That's just how it works. So the thing was, I knew that I couldn't, if I wanted to grow at a faster rate, I had to do things differently. And I joined this mastermind, and what happened is one of the first activities we had to do is to write out the tasks that we do. So think about the daily things that you're doing. You're posting on social media, you're creating stories, you're following up with customers. You're going to make a list of these things. And what you're going to do is then decide, is this a $4 an hour task? Is this a $10 an hour task? Is this a $20 an hour task? Or is this a $100 an hour task? Where does it fall? Because what happens is we get into autopilot so hard that we think we have to do everything and that no one else can do it. Let me tell you, I have a team of VAs and I started with one, and she is absolutely brilliant. In fact, Katrina is her name, and her like design and all the effort she puts in, I can't do it half as well as she can. And I don't try anymore. I used to try to do all the things, and then the really big rocks, the important things that maybe I didn't like as much at that time, I didn't do a great job on. So I want you guys to just start with this activity of writing out all the things that you do on a daily basis and just consider, where do they sit, and would it be possible to maybe outsource a couple of those things? Because here's the thing, guys, like when you get a challenger on board, when you get a coach on board, like those things will start to pay for themselves. And I know in the beginning it's hard. It's hard to think like, well, what if it doesn't work? What if it does? What if this is the way that you go and you scale your business? Because I guarantee you, every entrepreneur that started this way, they, although may have had some doubts about it, they didn't hesitate on what they knew they needed to do to grow their business. Like, do you think Rachel Hollis like thought, oh, I better play small and like not get help on what I need to do to spread my message? No, that is the one thing that every influencer out there, anybody that is successful, really has in common. Maybe they have that little bit of doubt, but they move through it and they move past it. And guys, that is the difference. That is what separates the coaches that will throw in the towel versus the ones that end up making it big and living the life of their dreams, is that they may experience a little bit of doubt, but they work through it and they move past it. And that is what will separate you from where you're playing now to where you want to go, is lean in and do the things you need to do. Like, just think, like if you were Rachel Hollis, how would you be operating? You wouldn't overthink it. You would just know it's an investment in your business and you need to move forward. So guys, if you're ready to really take the leap, to really move in towards believing in yourself, because you are the best bet that you can place. Like, you know what you're capable of. And that is where this gets real, right? Like, your posts, they have to be done every month. You've got to get those done. If you want to grow and scale, you need to be sending emails. You will be much more visible, 10 times more visible in email. And in between that, how you get emails, how you collect all of that stuff, it doesn't matter if you have someone doing it for you or you do it. But the thing is, at the end of it, at the bottom line, you just have to do it, whether you outsource it or you do it yourself. So if you want help with this, today is the final day to make sure that you get all the bonuses that come with the marketing strategy. Go to ashleyshaw.ca/monthly marketing strategy if you want to take the leap and you need some help with it. I got your back. If you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below. And I am, looking so forward to how this month goes for you guys and seeing you guys in Denver the next few days. Definitely make sure to watch and check out my stories. I'm traveling with my mom, which is going to be super exciting. So anyways, we'll see you guys all there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later this week.